So it's like 1:30 and I can't sleep because there's too many thoughts going on in my mind. Was there ever someone close to you who died? And then another person, well-meaning, trying to comfort you, says something along the lines of, oh, this happened for a reason. This happened for a reason. There's a reason behind all of this. There's a reason. And then you're just like, really? There's a reason. When you or someone you know has experienced death of a loved one, and it just seems so meaningless, and that there is no reason for this person to die. There was no reason for that. You don't understand. There was just absolutely no point to the death. Nothing was gained and nothing. So how can you say that this was for a reason? Especially for Christians say this all the time, and not even when it has to do with death, but like anything that happened to you. Let's say years of abuse or a single traumatic experience that affected your whole life. What about that? Did those happen for a reason? Did God purposely put you through these traumatic experiences just for that reason? I'm beginning to believe that not everything happens for a reason. And maybe that sounds, I don't know, bad to say, as if you're trying to be all godly and religious or something. But just think about it. How does that make out the character of God? Does that match up with the character of God? Does that kind of talk and thinking match up with what we know to be the character of God? What is the character of God? Have you ever asked yourself that? How do you see God? What is his nature to you? Because I believe he is good. God is good. He is just. He is good, and there's nothing changing that. It just goes against what I believe about God to say that, oh, God killed this person off for a reason. I don't believe that happens, but I believe that these things happen and God can create meaning out of that. It's something to think about. I don't know the answers. This is just something I'm thinking about. And I haven't even experienced death of a close loved one. Which is there's been things in my life, little things, and I'm just why did this happen? This is just dumb and stupid and painful, and why did this happen? Did God put me through this just so that I could go through this hard time and then I could learn and grow? Sometimes that sounds right, but is it? Or does the devil throw these crappy situations at us and we go through them, and then God can create good from it? But does he create the problems? It doesn't really fit with God's character. I don't know, what do you think? Let's take Bethany Hamilton, for instance. She's an amazing surfer, and her arm got bitten off by a shark. So, I don't know, this is not my place to say, anything about whatever happened, but let's say, but some people say, God sent that shark to bite off her arm. God created this traumatic experience for Bethany in the ocean so that she could go through all of this and have all the success and be able to touch so many people's lives and encourage people through what she's done. Did God create this traumatic experience because he knew all these things would happen? Or did the devil try to do this to her? Did this bad thing just happen and God decided to make something beautiful out of it? It's interesting things to think about, and I think it's important to think about these things. Just not at 1 a.m. That begs the question, why do these crazy things happen anyways? And what does that say about God? Why do people die these seemingly meaningless deaths? Why do people suffer years of abuse at the hands of people? Why are there horrible things that happen? And maybe I'll create another video about that later too, but I think it comes down to it is two reasons. One is our free will, mankind's free will to do what they will, to do what we please. Like, God has given us that choice. Sometimes people are insane and do these things because they want to, and they're selfish or they're just stupid. And also, we so often forget that there is a crazy devil out there trying to make our lives miserable. So maybe we can get into that later, but just some things to think about. Let me know what you think. I'm going to try to get some sleep now.